All right, welcome everybody. It's going to be a recap here of my trades on this Monday, August 14th, 2023. So before we get started, just a couple things. I didn't do any indices today, and I didn't do any futures today. But I did want to show you a couple trades I did miss. Once again, I did not take these trades, but we did have some nice setups on the indices this morning. First on the mini Russell, and that buy came in around 1050, and this is just textbook buying opportunity for a nice little pairing pattern. You did get in. You had to hold on for a good hour. Once again, just being patient and waiting for these targets to hit is real important. The thing I never know is it going to hit it like right away? Is this just going to take off and hit it within 5-10 minutes? Or is it going to take an hour like it did today? This is one thing I really don't know. Now, a lot of times we can get some sort of indication of it when I'm looking at seeing what the other what the other indices are doing. But in this case, didn't have to really sweat too much. Once again, just textbook pairing pattern buy, and it finally hit my target an hour later. So just a really nice little what we call pairing pattern. Once again, these are my patterns. I have 4 different patterns, pairing and HF 1, 2, and 3. And that's it. Wait for the pattern to set up. And then I just, once I enter, I look to see if I can hit my target, and if not, and it starts to come down, then we'll recalculate a reversal target and take the reversal. And I will do that on the indices. I don't do that on stocks right now. I'm just taking buys on stocks. But anyway, let's also missed a really nice trade. Also, that would have been a really nice trade today. Also missed one on the mini Nasdaq. Let's look at that trade. Very similar to this one. Okay, so this was the mini Nasdaq trade, which in this case it wasn't a pairing pattern. It turned out to be an HF3 buy. And once again, this is the one thing you can't tell. See, if you notice, this trade entered in around 10:02, and it hit its target at 10:13. So, in this case, didn't take too long holding on to this trade, but you can see never really had to sweat anything on this trade. Just a beautiful HF3. Once again, I did not take this trade, so that's why I'm not showing that I actually entered the trade. But 2 trades I really missed this morning, but they were there. And, nice thing about trading these indices, whether you're trading the E-mini S&P or the mini Nasdaq, mini Russell, there's always an opportunity. Almost every single day there's an opportunity. Unfortunately today I just got too busy watching the stocks that I totally missed this. I was watching some currencies, watching some of the Forex pairs. Thought I was going to get some setups there, did not. I was watching gold, didn't have anything in gold. Anyway, so nonetheless, nice setups. Some of my customers I know caught this, but I was just too involved with the stocks to really catch these 2 trades. All right, let's take a look at our stocks for today. All right, so we're going to look at the one losing trade today. It was on GNS. Man, I was in this trade for 2 minutes, literally 2 minutes. I got triggered on an HF1 buy. I did like it. I really liked it. And of course, it finally did hit my target much, much later. But when it had this flush right here, I actually was stopped out of it, and I exited my long down here. And like I said, I was only in the trade for 2 minutes. I entered in at 35, and I got out at 9:37. So anyway, took a loss. I wanted to use a much tighter stop on it. I wasn't 100% confident in GNS. So that's why I didn't use a wider stop on it. But nonetheless, it still ended up hitting the target later on, but it is what it is. So I did take a loss on GNS, but my best trade of the day, let's take a look at that. All right, IDAI. So before we take a look at IDAI, once again, the reason that I do this morning show is I'm really trying to show traders out there, and I've been doing this now for over 40 years, is that there are different ways of trading, all right? I know a lot of people like to use indicators, and support and resistance. And I'm not saying you can't make money. Some people make money with it and they do very well, but the road to success using that approach takes a long time. And really, most of it's not so much the indicators, all right, that are making them money. It's understanding the market flow. The indicators are more or less just confirmation to what they're already seeing on the charts, all right? So there's no really magic in any kind of indicator. But the nice thing about what I'm trying to show here is that there are different approaches to trading the markets, and this is a totally different approach. This is not something that this is something I developed. I did not get this in any book. I did not buy this from anybody. This was all developed by myself. These patterns are unique. They're not your classical. They're not like doji patterns. They're not candlestick patterns. They are not. It has nothing to do with pennants and head and shoulders and those types of things. It has nothing to do with support and resistance, Fibonacci, everything else out there. These are my own unique patterns. And I found 4 that I like because they're universal, meaning that I can use the same patterns in any market that I'm trading. And that's really the purpose of this demonstration, is to really show people that there is an easier way of trading, all right? Now, it doesn't mean that trading is necessarily easy. Okay, trading is hard, but there are easier ways of approaching the market. There are ways of trading that shorten your learning curve, okay? When you're using a lot of the publicly available indicators, the learning curve can be quite steep because they're unlike patterns. They really don't give you, they're more subjective, I should say, all right? Where patterns are pretty much black and white in terms of where you enter, where you get out. Just like my targets here, which is based on the Einstein formula, which you can read more about on my YouTube channel, Innovative Trading Strategies. There's a reason why these patterns work. All right, I call them behavioral patterns, and there's really a reason why Einstein work. And why is, Einstein has a very high probability of, once I enter a particular pattern, I have over 70% probability that I'm going to hit my target. Okay, so I've definitely put the odds in my favor, and that's about the best you're going to do as a trader long term. If you think you're going to find something that's going to work 80-90%, it's not going to happen. All right, and a lot of people, they take a loss and they get frustrated, or they take 2 losses and they get frustrated, or how about 3 losses and they get frustrated. Most people after 3 losses are going to throw in the towel, but what happens to the other 97 trades are all winners. You see what I'm saying? So you're trading something that may be 97% accurate, which this is just an example. That doesn't exist. But as a for instance, you have 100 trades, your first 3 are losers. Most traders are going to throw in the towel, or they're going to try to figure out how to fix it. And really, there's just nothing to be fixed, okay, because the probabilities, if whatever you're using has high probabilities and can be demonstrated, not only back testing it, but also trading it real time, like I have for the last 35 years. And this is super important, it not work in just one particular market. So in other words, not just works in one particular stock or one particular indice or one particular commodity or one particular Forex pair. If it works across the board in everything, then you're pretty much maxed out of what you can expect, okay, in terms of finding something that you can feel confident and to rely on that and feel confident that you can continue to trade it, okay? And that's really what trading is all about, and that's really what I'm trying to demonstrate here, is that everything that you see, and if you've been watching me for a while, you'll know that I use the same patterns, and Einstein never changes, the formula never changes, and it's effective, all right? It's very, very effective. So trading is always going to be difficult because it's a very emotional game. It's also can be quite frustrating, particularly when you take losses. So that is the part of this business that is never going to go away. You're never going to be able to push a button, sit back, and just let it generate money for you. There's always going to be that sense of frustration, because every trade is not going to make money. All right, so even if you have an automated system, at the end of the day, if you see that automated system knocked out 25% of your account, you're probably going to turn it off. All right, and so that's the whole thing, is that you can't really escape that part of the business. All right, it's a very lucrative business. It offers a lot of there's a lifestyle which is very attractive to a lot of people, in the sense that you are self-employed and you can pretty much trade anywhere you want to. That's certainly up to you. But at the same time, if you want that kind of lifestyle, it's not going to come easy. You have to put time and effort into it. And if you're not willing to do that, which a lot of traders are not. I've been working with people for the last 40 years, started off as a broker, and most people just want to make money right away, and they don't really, well, not only do they not only they won't put in the time, a lot of people just don't have the time to put into it because they work a 9-to-5 job, right? So, and I get that. You get home, the last thing you want to do is trade. But if that's the kind of lifestyle you want, and you are working a 9-to-5 job, then you have to put some overtime in, and you're gonna have to study these charts and do this on a day-by-day basis, and don't give up. All right, a lot of people give up. Don't give up. You just kind of have to keep hitting it, and eventually the light bulb will go off, and you'll see that you're going to start, your things are going to turn around for you, and you're going to start to be a lot more profitable. But it's a process. It's like anything else. It's a process. So don't get fooled by anybody telling you that trading is easy. It's not easy. All right. But a big part of the equation is having tools that are reliable, and that's really what I'm trying to demonstrate. Okay, this took years to figure this out, and to really make trading simplistic. All right, and simplicity is the key to trading. It's not making it more complicated, throwing more indicators on your charts, listening to more analysts. All that's just going to make it's going to destroy. All right. First of all, it's going to destroy your confidence, because a lot of times that there's going to be conflicting information. It's going to be frustrating, and it's just not going to be profitable. Simplify your process. Only have to make 1 or 2 decisions in a particular day, and you're more likely to stick with it. All right. So anyway, IDAI, once again, just a beautiful trade. It was a pairing pattern buy. I was in that trade maybe 10 minutes, finally hit my profit target. I went in and I got out. I don't know if it even came back up again. No, it did not even come back up again. So anyway, let me show you my results for the day. So this was my GNS, which that was my losing trade today. I was in it for 2 minutes. But once again, JDST has been on my radar. I bought some JDST. I did not hold this particular one overnight. EVLO, actually, JDST was a carryover from Friday. So that was a carryover from Friday, but I did not carry it over until tomorrow. EVLO, that was a nice end-of-the-day trade. Let's see, what else? GRPN, made a little bit on GRPN, nice little trade. DUST, I mean, just a lot of opportunities today. Besides the fact that the market seemed to be pretty choppy. So, a lot of it is selection, all right? And that's what I'm looking for. Is I do have my watch list, and I have one for the morning, and I also have a watch list that I put out in the afternoon. And it's looking at the stocks that not only have a lot of volume, right? And I can see a lot of order flow coming through, but they also have to be displaying a set of my patterns as well. So just because something is strong or going up doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to be buying it. All right. So I also have to have my patterns coming in and also confirming it as well. And then my preference is to see Einstein coming in and providing me with multiple targets on different time frames. So when I get in, hopefully I can run it past the first or second target. And of course, most of that action is going to be in the morning and, of course, the last hour of the day. So anyway, I'm kind of going on too long with this video, but that's where we are. I think tomorrow's going to be another really good day, so I'm looking forward to this whole week. Should start to see things start to pick up here. August overall tends to be a fairly slow month, but that doesn't mean there's not opportunity there. You just have to be selective, and you may not have those super big runs, but that's okay. Let's just take a little piece out of it. Let's take a lot of pieces out of it and try to catch, instead of catching one big run or two that have these big runs, there's nothing wrong with going in on several of them and taking little bites out of it. All right. That's a lot easier to do that than get into a stock and trying to make $2,000-3,000 on it. You can do the same amount. You can make the same amount of money, but by taking out little chunks of the market, right? So anyway, that's it. Everybody have a good day. Hopefully we'll see you first thing tomorrow morning. Once again, first 30 minutes is open to everybody. Then we continue on in our Discord channel with our subscribers. And everybody have a good day. See you tomorrow.